time to turn things up. This pre-workout combination of Expedite and Aerobatine is the Fat Attack Stack from Snack. I usually take both about 15 to 20 minutes prior to my workout. It's the perfect time to get after it.
Jim Martinez with Fight Hub TV. I'm here with the UFC legend, Rampage Jackson, the Triad Combat Thriller on Saturday night at the Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Before I begin, when this opportunity was presented to itself, this whole new concept, what was your first initial thoughts? It's like, is this actually going to be an equal level field for MMA and boxers?
Well, I was just intrigued by the idea, and that people are even trying to put MMA and boxing together where it be an equal, field. I don't know if it's going to be equal because I still see a lot of advantages for boxers in the rules, and I see some advantages for MMA fighters as well with the dirty boxing and the clinch and stuff like that, and then with the smaller gloves for MMA guys. Boxers may not be used to that, but that also can be bad for MMA guys because boxers may hit harder than us. I don't know yet. I fought one boxer in an MMA match. He was an MMA fighter that was a boxer as well, and I didn't think that he hit harder than I did, but I think it's very exciting for somebody to even try to do it, but we won't know until Saturday. We see how it goes.
Going back, I'd love for you to elaborate a little bit more on the rules. The rules are still a combat sport. You can't elbow, you can't hit with the knee. When they clinch, they can still hit. That's something that is not permitted in boxing. But why do you feel that maybe the rules are more favored for the boxers?
Because you can't elbow. If they're allowed in the rules for the fighters to throw elbows in the clinch, then I could say like, oh yeah, then it's more geared to being equally split. But I think that boxers, they're not used to punching in the clinch. You see some boxers punch in the clinch to the referee, break them up, but
it's a little dirty tactic.
It's a little dirty tactic. They do it, but that's not something that they
emphasize.
Yeah, but MMA, like we fight in the clinch all the time. Somebody has better striking than you in MMA. You either take them down or you clinch them and dirty box them. That's part of our strategy. Also,
two things I would like for you to talk to a little bit more about: the gloves. The gloves are obviously still the same, but different, a mixture between MMA and boxing gloves. Have you seen them yet? How do they feel?
I think I saw what's that boxer's name? The up there. What's his name?
That one.
That boxer up there on the poster.
Pulev.
I think I saw Pulev's team walk around with the glove, and those are gloves that we spar in, MMA fighters. We spar in those gloves. Those are our sparring gloves. So I'm familiar with those gloves. Those are gloves that when we spar our teammates, instead of using like the MMA gloves that we fight with, we spar in the gloves that these guys are fighting in. So I think all these MMA guys are familiar with those gloves. They're just a little bit more padding than what we're used to in a fight, and so those basically are our sparring gloves.
One thing that I'm really excited to see, really looking forward, like a surprise, is actually the ring. If I'm not mistaken, it's not a square; it's a triangle.
Right.
Also, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the ring with my own two eyes. I haven't seen it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I want to get in there and move around in it and see how it feels.
This first opportunity that is coming for all these fighters for Thriller, obviously you being the captain for the MMA fighters, do you believe this is going to revolutionize the opportunities for boxers and MMAs to step into this and be like, hey, you know what, this is more of an equal level playing field for both of us? Do you believe moving forward that could happen?
I believe moving forward that is a big possibility that this can be like a even ground for boxers and MMA fighters to compete against each other. But me personally, I still would like to have at least one straight up boxing match before I retire. I don't have to fight like a boxing legend or the best boxer in the world, but I would really love to step over into the boxer's arena and fight a boxer. But this right here is very, very exciting. I think the fans are going to love it, and a lot of fans are going to wonder if this boxer can beat this MMA and vice versa. And I think Trilla's had a good idea to put something together where fans can really get their questions answered.
I strongly believe that, there's going to be a lot of questions that are going to be answered, and fans are going to be excited for this. And as of now, there's a lot of questions, right? But there will be more answers come Saturday night. What do we expect from Frank Mir, another UFC legend, a UFC champion, to face Pulev, who's faced the great fighters, naming most recent Joshua as well, years back Klitschko.
He fought Joshua?
Mm-hmm. He just recently fought Joshua.
How did he do against Joshua?
He lost. I believe it was a technical knockout. It was stoppage, or it was. So.
Okay.
But he's been in there with elite fighters, and as well Frank Mir. So that's why I believe this fight is going to be very. It's going to be worth its money. But what do we expect from Frank Mir come Saturday night?
Well, honestly, it's going to be a tough fight for Frank Mir. But if Frank Mir prepared well for this fight, I think that he can do great. Because if he has like a solid game plan, which he stated that he does, I think Frank Mir can do great and come out victorious. I got all the faith in the world in Frank. I'm a big fan of Frank Mir, and I think he can pull it off. I don't know much about Pulev. You just told me he fought Joshua. I think I've probably seen clips of that fight, and seems like he's a tough guy and he's a good boxer. But I think if Frank Mir sticks to the dirty boxing, staying close, I think he can grind out a victory.
Rampage, last question. What can we tell the fans that are watching this, or even the fighters who could tune in on Saturday night and say, hey, you know what, maybe down the line, this is something that I'm interested in. What can we tell them to, come Saturday night?
I would tell the fans and the fighters, I would say, like, watch this with an open mind. Look at it like entertainment. I see a lot of people these days are very opinionated. I think social media has changed the world, where everybody can, put their 2 cents in, and I don't know if people really feel that way, what they're saying. But I would say it looks like a lot of people don't have an open mind anymore, from what I've been observing, right? So I would give my advice and say, you know what, have an open mind and check it out. And see if it's something that you think you could become a fan of, and if you're a fighter, see if it's something that you would be interested in fighting in. That's what I'm doing. I'm having an open mind. It's something new,
I agree.
It was the same thing that happened when MMA was invented and introduced to the world. You had to have an open mind to it, because back in those days, all we knew was boxing and kickboxing. You remember kickboxing was really big in America and the whole wide world back in the day. And people had to have an open mind to it, and it grew and got really big. People started making movies about it, and then here comes MMA. And MMA did the same thing. People didn't think it was going to stay around. They didn't think it was going to last as long. So that's what I'm doing. I think people should have an open mind about this and look at it as entertainment. It sounds like the way they made the ring is that they designed it for action, and who don't like to see action?
Yeah, I strongly agree, and I love what you said, that have going with open mind.
Right.
When this also was, we were told about this also. It's different.
It's different.
I like it. I want to see it, and moving forward, I believe this is going to do very good. Right. It's going to do great. Rampage, thank you so much for taking the time and speaking with Fight Hub TV. Looking forward to talking to you the next few days and as well Saturday night. Thank you so much.
Sounds good.